As Black History Month comes to a close, I think it's as good a time as any to finally make amends for this country's centuries-old wrong. It's no secret that the Eagle Soldier program was built on the backs of slaves. And so with that said, it only seems right to give the descendants of that Eagle Soldier experiment an ownership stake in the program moving forward. Something that can only begin to repay them for the services rendered. So here to accept the contract on the descendants' behalf is Sun City's very own Eagle Soldier, Eagle Star.
Now wait just a gosh darn a minute. You can't just give the descendants a stake in the Eagle Soldier program. What have any of them done to deserve it? They didn't suffer through the experiments their ancestors did.
Oh, okay, wait a minute. So are you saying that you would be okay with giving someone an ownership stake if they actually did live through the experiment?
Yes, of course. I'm not a monster. I'm just trying to make sure that we're all being fair and not just offering handouts to lazy whiners and complainers.
Nobody's whining.
Unfortunately, nobody who was involved in the Eagle Soldier trials is still alive today. Otherwise, I would hand them the stake myself. But they aren't here. And so I think it's just time we all just get over it and move on.
What about me?
Roadman, I thought you were dead.
You could say I was for a little bit, but that's over now.
You weren't frozen in ice for the past 200 years, were you?
No, that would be ridiculous. How could anyone survive that?
It happens more often than you would think.
No, I've been working a secret mission this whole time. Undercover.
Wait, so you mean a former slave with superpowers has been operating undetected all this time, and there's still racism and oppression in the world?
Well, yes, man. I'm only one person. It's not like I had an entire army or nation to help me. You don't even want to know how bad it could have been if I wasn't operating behind the scenes. But anyway, I came out of the shadows because I made a promise to a little girl a long time ago that I would use the Eagle Soldier potion coursing through my veins to help level the playing field between the haves and the have-nots. And in today's world, it would seem that having a seat at the table in the Eagle Soldier program would be an appropriate next step to achieving that goal. So, since I was a slave who was part of the original Eagle Soldier experiment, and the first successful Eagle Soldier who made it even possible for all other Eagle Soldiers to exist, I assume that Rebel Bones wouldn't have a problem with me accepting an ownership stake in the Eagle Soldier program.
Well, the experiments weren't really that bad. A lot of the slaves wanted to be part of the experiment. It was a choice, really. And the potion's healing factor is the only reason you're alive today. So, you should actually be grateful that you were used as a guinea pig. I don't see any reason why you should further benefit from the privileges you've already received.
Why don't you just admit that you don't want any of the descendants of the Eagle Soldier guinea pigs to actually benefit from the program that they suffered to create?
Well, I was in the program too. Why can't I benefit?
You already have. You used a completely sterilized and safe formula to secure acres of land for yourself, unimaginable wealth, which was not all legally obtained, by the way, and you even created an entire army of genetically enhanced soldiers after the formula was perfected by the extreme suffering of roadmen and other slaves. And then you used that army to try and tear this country apart.
We just wanted states' rights. That's all.
Enough! Maybe it's not the time to give out the ownership stakes to anybody. We just dismantled the Rebel Nationalist Organization. We don't need anything to rekindle their fire. We'll revisit the ownership stake proposal in a few years when things have cooled down. Or when we need to win another election.
Don't worry, Roadman. You've accomplished so much already in your many lifetimes without any reparations at all for the suffering that you endured to get to where you are. You're a great hero and super talented. You don't need any help from the government. And neither does Eagle Star.
We don't. But what of the rest of the descendants? How will they catch up?
I'm sure we'll think of something. Well, but before you go back into hiding, man, I gotta ask. What's with the British accent?
I was born and bred in the 1840s, mate. How else should I sound?